Hi, welcome once again to the Emoji Math and Science. Today we'll continue with our lesson on differentiation. If this is the first time you're meeting us, please do not hesitate to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to our channel. Let's take these two questions for example. The first question says y is equals to sine of 2x squared plus 3x minus 4. Now, if you look at this carefully, you see that y is equals to sine 2x squared plus 3x minus 4. Obviously, you can't just differentiate this and differentiate it into sine and cosine. Let's first start with the 2x squared plus 3 minus 4. We'll say let u equals 2x squared plus 3x minus 4. Now du dx will equals, if you are differentiating 2x squared, you differentiate x squared, that becomes 2 into 2 x raised to power 1 plus 3 into x raised to power 0 minus 4 into 0 x raised to power 0. Now, this is from differentiating with a formula. In case you missed our lesson on differentiating with a formula, just look up here, you would see a link to our lesson to differentiating using your formula. Now, using the formula, we say that if y is equals to ax raised to power n, our dy dx will be the same thing as a nx raised to power n minus 1. So that if this is my a is 2 in this case, my n also is 2 here. So my axn becomes an. N is coming here to multiply the 2 and n again minus 1 leading to 1. The same thing happens in the other cases. So that from here, our du dx is the same thing as 2 times 2, 4x plus 3, x raised to power 0 is 1. 3 times 1, that's what? 3. Remember that we have said let u equals this expression. So that my y obviously is equals to sine what? Sine u. If I differentiate the y du, I'll be differentiating the sine u. It becomes cos what? Cos u. Remember that from function of a function, if I have the moment I substitute for u, my dy dx will become dy du dot du dx. Applying this principle here, I'm going to now bring my dy. The x now becomes sine u, becomes dy du, that's cos u, times du dx, that's 4x plus 3. So that becomes 4x plus 3 times cos what? Cos u. That's the same thing as 4x plus 3 cos u. What is my u? I replace this back. 2x squared plus 3x minus 4. With that, we've been able to differentiate this expression using function of a function. Let me wipe this off and we'll take a look at the second question. X is equals to 2 plus 3 into 5t minus 4. In this case, I am seeing product rule because I am multiplying two variables. I can easily say from product rule says if y is equals to uv, your dy dx is equals to u dv dx plus v du dx. That means we're going to make one of this my u and we'll make the other my what? My v. So now let u equals 2 plus 3t. My du dx will be equals to 3. Remember our formula, the product rule. Sorry, differentiating using the formula. If you miss that, you can always see it up here. Now, let v also equals this. My v is equals to 5t minus 4. my dv dx will equal to what? 5. Now I can begin to substitute each and every one of these in this formula. So that the y dx equals, substitute for u, substitute for v, substitute for du, and also substitute for what? dv. If you have any gray area, you can always use our comment section. And with our comment section, we will respond to your questions. Equals 3, that's u. Let me pick, okay, let me start with v. Because it's product, we can pick it in any order. And the result here is a summation of both variables. You can pick it in any order. Now let me start with, okay, let's start with u. Let's key in u. U is 2, that's 2 plus 3t dv. My dv is 5 plus my v now is 5t minus 4, and du, my du is what? 3. Now, okay, I've changed it to dy dx, so it's dx. I'll also look for the s dt, because we are differentiating with respect to t. If you look at this carefully, look at s here, look at t. If you are used to physics, this should remind you of something. This should remind you of s for distance and t for time. And when I'm differentiating the s dt, it has an application with what? Velocity or displacement. Now, my s dt has to do with, let's open this bracket. 5 times 2, 10. 5 times 3, 15t. Plus 3 times 5 again, 15t. Minus 4 times 2 times 3 minus what? 12. So that the s dt is the same thing as 10 minus 12, that's minus 2. 15, 15, that's plus 30t. Arranging it properly, I have 30t minus 2. Quite easily done. If you have any gray area, please do not hesitate to use our comment section. And if this is the first time you're meeting our channel, kindly do subscribe to our channel. We'll be glad to respond to your questions and to respond to inquiries. Thank you and have a lovely time.